everyone, welcome to a new episode of FusioCraft. In our last episode, we did a lot of small little things and changes around town to make it better. Look at that street light. Look at that bench over there. Look at that Fusio head. Okay, so I marked out areas where I need to build things, and I used Fusio's heads. This is where I'm going to build a burger grill. Because I made all those burger heads, I thought, why not throw in a little grill? There needs to be more places to eat other than just groupers, you know? It's a high-end establishment, not everyone can afford that. Speaking of groupers, do you see the change that I made? It's a little subtle, but I feel like it kind of conveys a sense of depth up there. This is a flat wall, but that block makes it kind of look like the roof is kind of jutting inwards and outwards. Just a little depth experiment inspired by B-Dub's recent stuff, and I've also upgraded the record store here. He wants in so bad. Can you not fit? Can you not fit? Oh, you can fit. You're just like, Oh, he's immediately turned off by the music. He does not like it. The skulk blocks acting as the backdrop to this sign looks so perfect, like it's actually lit up and twinkling. Gonna rotate some albums out front up here because there's some extra space here. That was always my plan. I just forgot to do it before I had banners. And I made the outer walls mud. I wanted it to be a darker block, but I wanted it to still have a bit of texture to it. Paired with the extra little bit of shaping that the trapdoors gives it on top, I think this is a really good new look for it. I made the corners of the libraries like painted blue, but I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I feel like I'm kind of just inserting blue here just for the sake of it. I want to figure something out with this building though, because definitely I'm doing all these little updates to these buildings and they look so much better now. I think I should do that to the library later. But for now, my attention is going to rest upon this grill. And yeah, let's get this Fusio head out of the way because this is officially the beginning. Oh yeah, it's counterfeit. Pay no attention to that. Let's build a grill. And I says, bada bing, bada boom. It is pretty much done now. Calcite Cove's little grill here, right next to this historical landmark, basically just rammed up against it. We got the burgers, we got the condiments. This is certified pick mayo made from real Pikmin, true story. We got kitchen tile floor here, and it uses blue ice as the blue tiles. A pretty good texture that matches up with the calcite texture. The tiniest little walk-in kitchen that you can't actually access as of right now. I mean, realistically, if I gave you a button, you would just trap yourself in there. Some shelves. I should put some additional things up here. And the finishing touch, burger banners. Aw, yeah. Now you know exactly what you're getting here. I mean, unless it was not already obvious. This is a great little build. I love how it came out. Now there's a bit more of a culinary presence in town, and we finally got this section of the Funny Pub covered up. There's still a little bit more that's kind of just hanging out around here, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about the roof of this section. I was actually kind of thinking about expanding the clothing store to just encompass this entire area. Make it seemingly the same size as all the other buildings around it, but then it's like an entire department store back there. That could be cool. Anything to cover up the Funny Pub roof. It's not ever something that I look at because I'm not usually ever back there, but when you are back here, it does make the town still feel a bit unfinished. I'm working on Calcite Cove 2.0 essentially, I guess. Upgrading everything existing, putting in a lot of good details that needed to be there from the beginning, and adding things that also deserve to be here. On that note, the next thing to be added here, at our next Fusio head, is Calcite Cove's arcade, and I have way more space to play around with here. I'm gonna knock this hill out. Because this building has a bit of an edge, I was thinking of either putting in like a little road or a plaza or an alley, maybe? Kind of like an entertainment alley. This entire section of town is basically entertainment, so I may as well continue with that theme and kind of make a little plaza in here. That would be cool. I want to keep the arcade look similar to the one that I did in Sesame Street, although obviously on a larger scale, and I'm going to be able to do more because of that larger scale. The design I went with in Sesame Street was inspired by the arcade in Tower Unite, and I'm trying to kind of replicate their color scheme because I think it really works. So yeah, let me completely just demolish this hill, and I'll get back to you. This design process is going to be pretty easy because I've already basically designed most of what I need from the original arcade. So right now what I'm trying to figure out is what the roof should look like. I want this entire little area to feel like its own little plaza, and I might run like banners across here. Maybe some sort of lamps, like some lighting that hangs over. I'm not 100% final on this little alley thing. I don't even know what to call it. This little plaza strip. I think right now it more comes off as a big driveway. I'm going to put like chairs and stuff in here. Maybe some little venues and whatnot on the sides. There will definitely be a popcorn stand, that's for sure. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the right height for this build relative to the two builds around it, and especially relative to the record store and this alley. I don't want it to be too tall and make the theater feel minuscule, but I also don't want it to be too short and make this kind of feel not super enclosed. I want this hub of town to really feel like its own little thing. The entertainment alley. I don't have a name yet, but I'm already thinking about like maybe putting another building in the very back. I wanted to make this alley tough, but there are no tough slabs. So, I might just, keep using these for the slabs, and I don't know, it might look weird and zigzaggy, but we'll see. Okay, I'm about halfway done with the front of the exterior. You can kind of see the shaping and the style mirrors the theater a little bit, just with different colors. The theater and the arcade are the two most entertainment-based buildings in the town, so it makes sense that they have the similar theme. My two favorite details so far are this blue glazed terracotta and the amethyst beneath the skulk. So the thing with the terracotta is, from the outside, they look like waves, that fits with the oceanic theme of the town. But on the inside, it looks like diamonds. And that fits the theme of the arcade pretty perfectly, Like, just to name a random example, there's this game called Minecraft, and diamonds are a pretty big deal in it. So yeah, I think gaming, diamonds, makes sense. So that's a really convenient combo. And the thing I'm doing here with the skulk on top of the amethyst is I'm kind of giving it a bit of a spacey vibe. Like, these are all galaxies and stars, and the purple stuff is kind of like twinkly bits in it. For this specific purpose, I wish the skulk veins were a little more thick, and there was only just a tad of purple here and there. But this is pretty close to what I'm envisioning. It goes well with the color scheme of the build as well. And of course, here we are with the skulk carpet again. I gotta run to the nether and collect a ton of these logs, and then I will probably have this exterior finished. Okay, there we go. Now we have the big frog light sign. Not entirely sure what to put on it. Maybe I'll leave it blank, not sure. The top section of the roof jutting out over the sidewalk a little bit. Obviously still giving that theater sign enough room to be seen. I wanted to give the interior a little bit of a bare metal ceiling. Those ceilings where the ducts and the beams and the pipes are exposed. Well, I went with a cauldron ceiling. Oh my gosh, it really feels big in here. This is a lot of space to work with. I sized this building with these supports here so that the second floor was like a good spacing, but I want to leave sections of the second floor open so you can look all the way up from the bottom. And I'm going to put in some pipes and ducts and whatnot up there as well later on. Now, I love what I've got so far. This is a great building. It really gives that arcade vibe, but I have a little bit of a concern. So I used the same blocks that I did in Sesame Street, and it looked really good in the surroundings there. But here, you can kind of see it's way more colorful and just bright and flashy than anything around it. The general color scheme, the tones that I've been using in Calcite Cove are pretty consistent all around this area, and then boom, this is a really bright, really saturated building. So I might swap some blocks out for some more faded colors. That being said, it is an arcade. It is supposed to be big and flashy. So I don't know, maybe I'll see how I feel as soon as I build the rest of this alley. I'll leave it be for now, but I'll consider it in the future. I'm super excited. I'm laying out how this whole alley thing is gonna look. The boardwalk, sidewalk thing is not gonna go up here. This entire area is gonna have its own little vibe. I'm still thinking tough, so I think I'm gonna mix tough with a few other blocks, especially some with some slab variants. But as you can see here, I'm once again marking out buildings with dirt. I'm thinking of having just tiny little shops and venues all along here. And what I'm most excited about is check this out. This is the Funny Pub. Let me just pop in here. I could add a back entrance to the Funny Pub. Oh no, they're gonna escape. Oh no, I let one out. One of them is free. Here, follow me. There we go. So yeah, this is a really exciting little development. Like, it kind of becomes a genuine alley into the back of the Funny Pub. So now you can do this full loop through the Funny Pub, through the alley, all the way back here. I'm thinking one of these is gonna be a fish and chip shop, and the chips are just gonna be baked potatoes. because that's the most close thing I have. Maybe some dude selling bootleg stuff. Maybe there'll be like a head store. I don't know. And I'm thinking right here, one last big building in the back of this alley. I have no idea what it's going to be. I don't know how tall it's going to be, so I'm just putting this wall here for now. I might push this wall back a little bit depending on what the build ends up being. And depending on where the arcade is going to end, I'm still not sure how long it should be. I've marked out where the arcade would intersect this area, but if it doesn't, then I want to kind of dig this area out a little more and make this a little more of its own little nook as well. Actually, combine that idea with this building. Maybe it should be a cafe. Maybe this should be a cozy little cafe at the end of this alley, and I just make it the comfiest place in all of Calcite Cove. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to flesh this out, so I'm just gonna start doing it right now. Things just got a little British. Here we have the first micro build of the alley, a little fish and chip shop. You can get cod and chips, salmon and chips. Yeah, I don't know how well it's conveyed, but all the gray carpet in and inside here is just like the newspaper that you wrap it in. So there's one down, a few more to go. I'm working on the next store here in the alley, and I've run into a bit of a problem. I am all out of dark prismarine. Now I've been thinking maybe it's not worth making the prismarine farm. All I have to do is just raid a few more, mine out some more pre-existing ocean monuments. But I think I'm going to need a lot of dark prismarine for ALLAY Bay. So you know what? I think I may have to. I haven't done it yet because it's a daunting, time-consuming task, but maybe it's worth it at this point. I've got 3 ocean monuments to pick from right in the Blarney Sea, so yeah, I think I should start on that. Well, I built the farm. It didn't take long because you know what? I'm not trying to get like 1,000,000 blocks here. I'm fine with having a simple little design that's efficient enough for my needs. So I just looked up a tutorial. I guess I'll put it in the description. I guess that's kind courtesy. And yeah, check it out. We got a stone. We got a Blarney stone up there. I guess that's a real Irish thing, but here's the farm. I have not really AFK'd yet, so there's probably nothing in here. Yeah, but I pulled a few things out earlier. This is the setup I have, plenty of storage space. I got crafting tables and barrels so I can craft up all the blocks and put them in here. Now I say, before those guys kill us, we go up to the stone. We have a little door here. It's kind of a comfy little rock in the middle of the air. I think I really want to decorate this, make it all fancy, but for now, this is the AFK spot. You know, I can finally put this torch on a wall now. It ain't much, but I'm gonna make this thing grow with the more prismarine I get. Maybe make this one big floating prismarine island. I always get sidetracked and start coming up with new projects. That does sound like a fun idea though, but for now, I'm gonna AFK. I'm gonna see how much I get. Okay, it's been half an hour, not that long. But I'm really curious, man. Let's get down in here and see. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I want to see how many dark prismarine I can make out of a half hour's worth of AFK session. This is giving me a ton of ink sacs too. Usually these are really annoying to grind. I feel like this design is way more efficient with the ink sacs than the big, super efficient Guardian farms. This was a really good farm choice because ink is another thing that I really need a lot of. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I made over a stack in 30 minutes. Wow. And the farm pays for the dye necessary to craft it too. I don't need to go around killing a bunch of squids. This is awesome. I will definitely be AFKing here a lot. All right, now that I have all of the dark prismarine that I could ever want, I have installed it here now. This little shop is going to be kind of like Calcite Cove's gift shop. You can buy souvenirs and trinkets. We got a bunch of hats themed after the area. We got all the aquatic heads. We got me, Tomba, a bootleg Fusio. The villager that ends up in here eventually, he's a certified bootlegger. So the reason I've been focusing so much on this alley instead of finishing the arcade is because I wanted to figure out the color scheme. I wanted to make sure that it fit in the town better. So here we have the new and improved arcade. This recolor fits Calcite Cove so much better than the colors that I used in Sesame Street, bringing in those cyans. More texture with a slightly less saturated look. These lapis blocks are perfect for that aquatic theme. It works so much better than the blue concrete. And I like that it's not continuous. There's a tile quality to it. Works really well with the blue glazed terracotta. So now I gotta figure out this interior. It shouldn't be that hard, obviously. I got a lot of those arcade designs already figured out. I just gotta figure out how big I want it to be. And now that I've figured out this alley for the most part, I know that I want to put a cafe here. I want to make it so that this arcade does not interfere with the cafe. So I think I'm ready for that. The server is officially on 1.19.1 now. You can see it kind of made this guy the bouncer. Also, he just wouldn't stop pushing this guy around. But you know what that means is that these dudes, they are duplicatable now. So now all we have to do is play some music and yoink. Oh, we're gonna have like an infestation on our hands. Oh, oh, you're a new one. Sure, why not? Okay, now that I know that these guys aren't all gonna wander off, because I'm just gonna keep duplicating them, there's always gonna be at least a few around. Let's take that down, that's better. There are so many now. I'm just gonna keep duplicating them. And you know what? Be free! Leave if you want to leave. I'm here at spawn taking a break from the entertainment sector of Calcite Cove, and I'm working on something that everyone is now going to be able to benefit immensely from. You see here, I've set up a villager breeder, brought these guys over through the nether. It was very easy now that we have the nether roof. And I'm setting up a villager trading hall, but a very specific one. One for masons. So there's going to be 8 on this side, 8 on this side, 16 total. I want to try to get one for every single terracotta color, just so you can get everything possible out of these guys. And you know, if you want bricks or quartz, then that just means that you're going to be able to trade 16 different dudes for bricks and quartz. So we're going to get mad stacks, yo. Now I just have to pop over to the Clown Town farm, borrow some crops. I will replant. Wait. Man, someone was over here not replanting. Promise it wasn't me. But even so, everyone who lives over here has not been online in months. But now we fly back over, carrots in hand, and we get ourselves some new villagers. Almost flew into the iron farm. So there's a reason I built this here at spawn. It's right next to where we get all of our emeralds. Oh, well, that's awkward. They fell asleep on me. Although maybe this makes it easier for me to gift them. What the? I've never seen that before. Dude got out of bed to snag those. That's so funny. Okay, so they're carroted up. Oh, excuse me. And now we can see, oh yes, we're about to get our first mason. And it should work. That it, yep, falls down the glass. And you can't see it from here, but I put a slime block there just so they don't take fall damage. Oh, and he's free. He's free. Oh, no. You are trapped. There we go. Oh, he could have just run loose into the world. There we go. Okay. This dude's about to enter the workforce. Ow. All right. There you go. And you're off to your new job. Okay. Now, obviously, I gotta have him grow up. But this is just the start. So as you can tell, the building's still kind of a skeleton at the moment. My initial idea for this build was to make a building entirely out of the blocks that you can get from masons. So these dudes are quite literally going to bring this building to life. The villagers I will load this building with will be the very same villagers that give me the blocks to build the building. And you know, by the time I'm done, I'm probably going to texture it a little more, bring in some new blocks. Obviously, they don't have any light sources, and I want to put some frog lights in here. But I'm gonna start grinding out the rest of these masons because, believe me, it's gonna get brutal at the end. If I want every single color of terracotta, there's gonna be some bloodshed. I'm on the grind, I'm filling this place out. You can see I'm marking what trades they've got above their head. And this guy, it's a little unfortunate. He's got lime terracotta and orange glaze, and we already have both of those, so... You want to go on a walk with me, pal? I really hope they don't see me do this. Goodbye, old friend. You know, I did that trying to get ahead. I would have had no problem just suffocating him with gravel or sand, but no, now they probably hate me. Now they oh, no, they're good. They didn't see me, but I wanted a head. I want some heads, that would be funny. I spent all day yesterday setting this place up. And, I'm so tired of dealing with villagers. I'm not going to do that for a while, but I'm really satisfied with the results. You go in here, there's a big staircase up, there's an ender chest in the middle. You got 8 dudes over here, 8 dudes over here. We have every single base color of terracotta, except for the original, but they don't trade for that. We got most of the glazed terracottas as well. I think it's way too much of a hassle trying to get every single type. All we really need are the base terracottas. If we want more of the glaze, then we can just cook the normal stuff we're getting. But yeah, further cementing the theme here that every single one of these dudes was forced to build this place. And I kept to the theme. Other than a few small details, all of the blocks in this entire building are composed of things that you get from them. You go up the staircase here, you got a few windows, you have a good view of the iron farm, and up here is kind of a tower. I just felt like putting a tower in. It's got some good views up here. I don't know what to do with this place specifically. I just wanted a tower on this building. I might put something up here, but for now it's kind of just an observatory where you can watch the iron golems fall. I gotta say, spending a lot of time here at spawn, working on this place, it makes me really want to revamp a lot of things here. Oh, it's also worth mentioning all the excess stuff I've been getting from trading, I'm just gonna put in these barrels. I have so many of these and even more back at home, it's not even funny. I don't even know what to do with them. I was tempted to just burn them all. But yeah, one additional building up here in spawn, and it's making me think about how, you know, this place could use a lot more love. We should have a full-on entry plaza here. We should have a message board. We should have all kinds of just quality of server stuff here. So I think that might be a main focus of next episode, but for now I want to go back to the entertainment district. I'm all refreshed and I want to continue working on that. Oh, it's also worth mentioning that Mike's been working a lot on Sesame Street. And check it out. The portals that you enter the area in are now here. Can you tell what this is yet? Can you tell what this is supposed to be? Aw, yeah, baby. We have the Sanctum Sanctorum now in town. There's the Babber. Busy at work, making way more new buildings. I'm sad I didn't record when it happened, so I guess I'll just put up a screenshot. But this building right here used to be a very creepy face facade. Love these two buildings. I love the colors. I love that we're starting to use way more terracotta thanks to that Mason Hall. Like, now it's way more accessible to us. It feels great to be back in the alley, especially now that I have my new favorite addition added to it. I decided to make this building a little bit of a flower shop, you could say. That's a lot. That's a lot of flower pots, all I'm saying. Maybe I'll reel back on the flower pots a little bit, but I don't know. I kind of like how crammed it is. These people have a lot of flowers to sell, and they just want you to buy all of them. We have our first certified British person here in Calcite Cove. I wonder what I should name him. I love this flower shop. The way it bleeds into its surroundings with the moss on each side. It allowed me to bring more greenery into this mostly paved area. It's such a perfect little splash of color for this alley. And now the big thing that this alley needs still is the cafe. So I'm going to work on that next. I'm unsure of how big I want it to be inside. I want it to be comfy, so I don't want it to be too big, but I also don't want it to be so small that there's like no room for people to just hang out in here. So I've marked out this stretch right here, which is kind of going to be some side tables with the window to the alley right here. I'm thinking of putting the cashier station here, like this is where they make the coffee and stuff. And then maybe extend the cafe a little bit back into this section, maybe put up a little karaoke thing. I just want it to be the ultimate chill little hangout spot. So for now, I'm gonna just work on this front wall so that from the alley, it looks finished. I guess until you look into one of the many windows. Yeah. Okay, so I'm working on the cafe, that's coming next. But I accidentally forgot that I didn't finish the roof up here. And a bunch of rainwater has accumulated in these cauldrons. And I feel like it would really bother me forever. I don't know, I'm stupid like that. I have to drink the rainwater, dude. I have to drink the stuff out of here. I can't just put the water, I just can't leave it in there, you know? So yeah, this is my life right now. I'm drinking digital rainwater for no reason. So yeah, I've been on the grind and the alley is mostly complete now. I'm so proud of what I've done here. So I just installed these lights up here. you know, like a bunch of hanging paper lanterns, and I alternated the colors. Originally they were all red, and I decided, you know what, let's add some variation. Some of them are ochre frog lights, some of them are shroom lights. I decided to mix that up too, like some of them are kind of flickering in different ways. And now you really feel immersed in this alley. And then of course, at the end, now we've got here the cafe. The Cafe de la Bella. Now there's still some back work to do. The Funny Pub back entrance still needs some work. And of course the interior of the cafe needs to be more fleshed out. But as you can see here, I've got the layout basically done. This door doesn't go anywhere right now. I might put a bathroom there. That's kind of, I don't know, the conceptual idea I had. But this is going to be where the cashier is. This is going to be like a big karaoke stage slash, I don't know, just a live band stage, just a live venue. So yeah, this is, I think, Calcite Cove's first live music venue. You can see I don't have enough for the walls. Yeah, this is going to be done next episode. But yeah, really proud of the ceiling that I worked at with the lights here. And just looking out at that alley, oh, it's so perfect. This entire section of town is fantastic. So I will keep fleshing this out. I'm gonna work on the cafe, but that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been Qualia. Tune in next time for more FusioCraft fun.